Hello and welcome to a new year, a new you, and why not a new podcast. Thanks for joining us on this new podcast called the Simmons Podcast, where we will talk about anything and everything. So let's get on into our first episode. I'm going to call it Breaking Barriers. Overcoming challenges in the podcasting world. Well, I should most likely say my world. I've been wanting to put a podcast together for quite a long time. Me and my wife, we've tried, but due to life, it came to an end, and we had just never really picked it back up. But I've always thought about different ways of trying to start a podcast, like just recording while I'm driving around, working, that type of stuff. I kept putting it off. So I'm going to say one of the challenges that I have would be procrastination, putting stuff off. That's right. Your boy here is lazy. In shorter terms. So, me and my wife, we've done a few episodes before called Abnormal Discussions, where we really didn't have a topic to talk about. We just talked about whatever I felt like talking about that day. Pretty much this podcast right here, but along the lines of actually having something to talk about. So I'm in my 40s, and pretty much my entire life I've been procrastinating. I've been lazy. I've been putting things off. I've been making excuses. So for this coming up year, 2024, I'm going to try to at least make one podcast a week for a month. If I can't, then at least 2 times a month. That's my goal for this year. As far as actual listeners, subscribers, whatnot, I'm sure you all will eventually come around. My wife has bought me a lot of different equipment that I wanted, and I've just been putting it off. So now I'm actually going to try and sit my butt down and put out at least one a week or every other week. What would y'all like? I know I'm new. You don't know my style. Y'all stumbled upon this podcasting just to see what was out there. And I do thank you. I appreciate it. So in the comments below or wherever you're able to place suggestions, I would love your feedback on every podcast. So just let me know what y'all think. So, yeah, I've looked into different ways of trying to stop procrastinating. Some things that I came up with that I seen was 5 ways to stop procrastinating. 1, reduce the number of decisions you need to make throughout the day. Every decision you make has an energy that just kind of drains you. If you've got so many decisions that you're trying to do, then you're going to keep putting it off, thinking to yourself, I can't do that. That's going to take too much time, or that's not going to take enough time at all. So let me just put it on the back burner. I'll do it later today, or I can do it tomorrow. My problem was exactly that. I used to deliver for UPS. I did these seasonal deliveries, and all day long I'll be coming up with all these ideas to talk about on a podcast. And I was like, oh, I can do that. But one thing is, I don't write it down and I forget. Because I'll be like, I'll remember it. I will not forget. And what do? I forget. Because I have, I swear to you, at least 4 or 5 different topic ideas running through my head. And I was like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and I've got 4 or 5 more ideas. And what happens? The idea I had yesterday never gets done. I even got to the point where I take my little video camera and I was thinking to myself, okay, I take this, I can set it on my dashboard, and when I'm out delivering, just hit the record button and do my podcasting that way. On that note, I will eventually be having video going with these, but currently right now it's just all going to be audio. But back to what I was saying, try to have a minimum number of decisions you have to make throughout the day. Finish your day before it starts. There is no alternative. Like, I believe the no alternative is do it now. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do not wait 3 or 4 hours from now. If you don't have time to do it now, at least write down some notes that you can remember, and do not put it off when you have time to do it. Adjust your environment. Just try to do stuff that will keep you involved in your day-to-day stuff. Like for me, I want to make videos, but I have to set everything up. I have to tear everything down. That is part of my problem, is what the whole ideas are just running through my head on how to explain it. The thing is, by the time I set everything up, it's like I don't want to do it no more, because it's just so much to do. So try to keep it simple. Try to start off slowly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start off just try to do 1 podcast a week. Just come up with one idea. Like on Sundays, I'm going to come up with this idea, jot down some notes, then throughout the week just add to them, and then hopefully like on Thursdays or Fridays, I'm going to sit down, turn on the camera, turn on the microphone, and just record. Nothing major. Sit at my desk at home, use my phone or my little camera that I've got, and just record. All of my new viewers, all of my new subscribers, to start off with, you might be seeing my living room, you might be seeing my kitchen, because the angle my desk is at, that's what's behind me. And you know, that's okay. It doesn't have to be nothing fancy. They've got so much technology out there right now that you can use AI to delete your background and put in whatever background you want. Just Google, how to do that. Look on YouTube. The number one place that I go to is YouTube. 90% of the stuff that I know, YouTube. 90% of all the equipment I got, I've seen people use on YouTube. I don't know how to use it, but I'm learning. That's what I'm saying. My audio right now, it might not be perfect, but it is something to start with. I'm recording in my house, so there might be times where you hear my kids in the background doing something. It's totally fine. Just start. Put your foot in the door and get going. That's why there's a whole lot of editing software out there that goes from where you can get it for free to the kind you can buy, whatever your preference is, if you want it. So in conclusion, I'm going to make this a little shorter than normal. I'm going to pretty much just stop trying to put it off till later, because I know it'll never happen. And this is a new year, a new me, as everybody says every New Year's. I'm going to put in the work to try to at least make 2 to 4 videos a month, or I should say at least podcasts a month. So let's go on and start this new year off right. This is our first video audio podcasting. So everybody have a happy new year, and let's see what this year brings us. As Jim Carrey says in The Truman Show,
in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next time. See y'all later.